Yo, what's good, man?
Going on, Richie?
Yeah, we had to make an appearance this week before the game. Um, this if y'all can't tell, this game is rivals week, man. We got the Seahawks versus the 49ers, the old NFC West rivalry, and which I don't know. I'm gonna give him my thought real quick.
Let's hear it.
There's never like a set, like it's never like a balanced rivalry. It's always one's kicking the shit out of the other for like years, and then it switches. It goes back and forth. Luckily this year,
we're on the 49ers being a top right now in the rivalry.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but luckily for this year, for the viewers, I can't honestly say who the hell's going to win on Thursday. I think if they can both lose, they might lose it.
We might have 3.5 point favorites.
Yeah. We were 8-point favorites against the Cardinals, and look what happened. All right,
we were like 6.5 point favorites over the Giants, and we got our ass handed to us.
So yeah, so I before we start, before we start and we keep going with this, I want to give a shout out to our marketing team. She went ahead and made this.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes. She
awesome.
Made this one. She made a black one, and that's our hat. Hopefully we can make some more and send them out to you guys. For some merch.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man,
that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it looks dope as fuck, don't it? So
I remember talking to her this weekend. She was mentioning something about that. It turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Man, that looks really good.
Yeah, man. She did a good job with it, man.
Yeah,
it's really sweet.
She's been knocking it out of the ballpark with everything she's done for us, man. So a huge shout out to Danny.
Yeah, shout out to my wife, Daniela. I call her Danny. Well, everybody else calls her Danny too, but yeah, man. It was good to see you, man. Under the circumstances, it was nice to see you here in Vegas, and your wife, Nash. We
appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah, of course. It's you're welcome. Of course, we got you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, it was cool. I mean, shit, it was crazy though. It was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah, 104, 103, whatever it was. It was an outside get together. So yeah, it was warm.
Yeah, man.
Thankfully, we had those tents up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man.
Seeing everyone, man, it really was.
For sure. To Ash, her mom, she's in a better place now, and yeah, man. So
I do want to say that with all the driving and everything, man, I haven't watched a whole lot of football. I watched like the first quarter of the Seahawks game on Sunday that we ended up leaving early. So I can't dive into like specific plays. I know some of the stuff that's happened. Football took a back seat, of course, to this weekend. So
yeah,
I just know that final score was not what I was expecting, to be beat by 9 by the Giants, man.
Okay, so let me give you a recap. All right, let me give you a recap. And if you tuned in to hear about all the other games, fuck that. I ain't talking about the other games. We're talking about this one. This one, because it's Rivals Week. Where I'm sticking straight to Seahawks Niners. Recap of your game. Honestly, it was a tight one. The Giants gave you every fucking, like, they gave you hell the whole game. Like and honestly, the way you guys lost it, obviously, I was rooting for the Seahawks to lose, right?
Of course, yeah.
Because at that point, my Niners had lost, and I'm like, man, fuck this. Like, I don't want to hear this shit. So we tuned into the Seahawks game, and typical Seahawks shit. Y'all get the ball. Geno Smith looks like fucking the prodigal son. He's back. He's fucking going down the field. I'm like, here we go. They're gonna just win it at the end. I'm like, son of a bitch. They lined up for a field goal. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And let me tell you, this man, I don't know who the hell that was, but yo, he hopped. He jumped over and blocked that. I mean, obviously the Seahawks could, or the Giants could have just fallen on the ball and the game was over. You didn't have no timeouts, nothing. But, of course, add insult to injury. Not only do they block the field goal, they fucking run it back for a touchdown, and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, hell yeah. But, needless to say, it was a little bit of a I was happy because that was the only thing that honestly put me in a good mood, because
took a little bit of the sting out of the Niners, just a little bit out of the Niners losing, because I know how that is with me. If the Seahawks lose first, then I'm like, all right, fuck those Niners. I hope they lose. It's not going to help my mood by much, but it's going to make me just a little bit happy,
Yeah. And you know what, though? Okay, so the Seahawks and the Giants, they for whatever reason, dude, I did flip-flop back and forth a couple times when the Niners game was like on a commercial or whatever. And I, for the life of me, dude, I could not understand how the Seahawks didn't kick the shit out of the Giants. The Giants were not playing great.
Neighbors was out.
I guess up to their standards, they played great. Neighbors was out. Singletary was out. It was. You guys couldn't move the ball on them, and I was just like,
that has been our Achilles heel. Has been the teams that we should beat over the last 4, 5, 6 years. The teams going like, oh, we should wipe them, and they bite us the hardest. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's a mindset issue or I can't even say that half of our defense was out on this game. We had almost everybody back. O-line, I know that Geno was sacked 7 times. I'm not sure if that's on the O-line, if it's on him holding the ball too much. I know that I heard that DK had another fumble on a catch, so that's 2 fumbles.
Oh, my man's got the fumbleitis, huh?
Yeah,
shit.
So those are things that the Seahawks are not playing how I think that they should be playing up to their talent level.
Right, right.
I think that they got a lot of things they got to go back and work on. That defense was a top 5 defense the first 3 weeks. The game against the Lions was exciting. Like I was telling you, Richie, we were ahead in every stat. Offense, defense, but not in the final score. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Danny says the
sorry, Danny, the Kalen.
Yeah, you got to say it right. No. And I get that because you know what? Look.
Break your game down to me because I didn't see any of the Niners game. I don't know, what is your guys' issue? What do you think your root causes are right now, this little 3-game skid you guys have been on? I'm not talking shit.
No. I'm going to sum it up, and this is how our season has been. I'm going to sum it up with a little thing that I told Bean. I said, I hate this team right now because they're playing with their fucking food. They get out, they get up to a lead, and then when you're supposed to put your foot on their throat and just
put your foot on the pedal and just gas it.
Yeah, they fuck around. I don't know, man. I don't know if they just lose that drive and they think that we're the big bad fucking 49ers. We're gonna win it regardless. They let the Rams hang around. They beat them, or they lost to the Rams. Same shit with Arizona. Arizona drove the ball at halftime, and this is when I told Bean that at halftime Arizona was driving, and they were about to kick a field goal to tie the game. I think it was 10-7, 13-10. They line up to kick the field goal. We fucking block it and run it back.
Nice.
And then that was a 10-point swing because not only did we go into halftime 20-10 or whatever the hell it was, but we had the momentum. They came back out of the half, and I looked at Bean. I'm like, dude, I don't know, they're fucking off. Were
they listless or?
It was just flat, dude. They came out flat. And I looked at Bean and I'm like, we're going to lose this fucking game. Watch. You let them hang around. These are NFL teams. At the end of the day, They get paid too. And you just let them hang around, they're gonna kick your ass at the end. Sure enough, dude, I was so pissed at this game, and I think I was so mad. I was so mad at the end of this game because I think the whole frustration of what embodies the Kyle Shanahan era with the Niners is he can't fucking finish a game. And I literally screamed at the top of my lungs, you once again, because the Rams game, I was pissed because of that. But I didn't really like saying that. I'm like, whatever, man. You just, it is what it is. No. Then it happens again 2 weeks after. Even though, I mean, honestly, if the Patriots weren't fucking like, if they weren't, allergic to fucking scoring, they might have beat us too. But we let them hang around, and then we can't finish a game. And it came out. It finally came out, and I fucking screamed like, when is this shit gonna stop? Like, when are you gonna be able to finish a game? When are you gonna start choking at the end? Because that's cost you 2 fucking Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And it came out, and I was so mad. Danny was kind of like looking at me like she almost had that. Why are you mad at, like, it's a regular season game? I'm like, I think it all finally came out.
It's the season's frustration of being 2-3 after 5 games when you guys know that you should be 4-1.
The only team that fucking played better than us was Minnesota, and they're 5-0.
They're on fire for whatever reason.
So I don't fucking get it either. But I mean, I think I'm
not gonna knock them though.
Hey, I think I have a little something to do with that. All right. I think Sam Darnold listened to me in the offseason, and he was like, "Yo, you know what? That guy from Idiots with Mike."
Fuck you, Ritzy. I'm doing good this season.
No. I was complimenting him. It was everybody else that was giving him shit. I'm like, he's like, I heard you, boy. I got you. Watch this. But no, man. Like, I think some frustration came out, and I was heated, and that's just been our season, and I don't feel great going into Seattle. Not with our issues that we're having, and I've talked a lot, so I actually want to move on to this Seahawks Niners game. It's gonna be what is it called now? Because it's not CenturyLink Field anymore, right? Or is it?
It is Lumen Field.
Lumen Field.
Yeah, I still call it the Clink. It'll always be the Clink to me, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I know it. That goddamn stadium.
Well, it was Quest Field, then it was CenturyLink, and now it's Lumen. But it'll always be CenturyLink to me, man. The Clink.
Yeah.
I think it was by far the best name.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Let's move on to this game, and I do want to get your perspective on it, and like have a serious conversation. I know we talk a lot of shit, and I'm going to talk more shit about my team than anything because I am not happy. Man, fuck you. I'll put it out there though. I do talk a lot. What? But
that's why we got a podcast, man.
Yeah, shit. That's why we're here. And you know what? I'm here fucking to vent out my frustrations, man. It's my own team. You know what? I talked a lot of shit this off season about you and your team when I should have been fucking looking at mine. I made one comment that I truly am eating crow for. I said my team didn't get worse or didn't get better, but they didn't get worse. And guess what? I'm eating that shit because they have gotten worse. They have gotten worse. They have so many issues, but I'll talk about those in a sec. Jeremy, give me your perspective on this game. What do you expect to see from your team, and what can they improve on from the Giant or from what they've done in the season so far, and what's going to push them over the top to beat the Niners?
So there's a couple things, man. Like I said, I didn't get to watch a whole lot of last week's game, but just over the last 5 weeks, things that I've seen where it's worked well or hasn't worked well. First of all, you have to protect the quarterback. 7 sacks on Geno. Like I said, I don't know if they were all on the O-line, if it was leaky, or if Geno was holding on too long. But 7 sacks, man, you can't win a game, or it's very rare to win a game after being sacked 7 times.
Right. And regardless of who it was on, whether it was on the O-line or Geno, y'all need to clean that shit up.
Yeah, we did sign. Oh my God, Peters, 42-year-old O-lineman, Jason Peters.
Jason Peters he used to play for the Eagles.
Giants. He was with us last season. He's with us again this season. 42 years old. He was on the practice squad last week.
Was it the Giants or was it Peters? I think Peters was if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and continue talking.
Yeah.
But I think he was with Philly.
Phil, you know what? You might be right. It might be Philly.
No, it is Philly. Yes.
Okay.
He's with the Seahawks.
I knew it was an NFC East team. I just for some reason thought it was the Giants.
He was with Philly, and he was always a solid ass fucking lineman. So
he was solid for us last season. I think he started 2 games, played another 7 for us. He came in once again week 3 or 4 last year, helped shore up that O-line. I think he'd be a huge help. 42 years old, yes, Danny, but he still got it. I mean, I think this is his 21st season in the NFL. Crazy. Anyways, O-line needs to be shored up. I think our offense, man, we do better when it's fast tempo. We have to go faster. It's when we start getting there and it starts slowing down and you let the defense reset or you get your substitutions. When we're fast and the tempo is fast, we score and we keep them on their toes, man. Like I said, I without seeing the game last week, that is some of the stuff I was reading before today's episode was the fact that, hey, it wasn't nearly as up tempo as it usually is. And then thirdly, man, got to stop the run. I don't know how many yards Detroit had on us, but I know that when we played the Patriots, we gave up 182 rushing yards.
Oof.
And we won that game somehow, but you cannot give up almost 200 yards rushing and expect to be competitive in the NFL.
Well, in all fairness, the Patriots, their offense is all Ramondre Stevenson, and he's the running back. So that's all it is. Jacoby Brissett is fucking chalked, and I don't know who
on that game, man. Brissett hit Henry Hunter. Is that right?
Henry.
Yeah, they hit him like 7 or 8 times for over 100 yards. Like he was smoking us too. Closer than it should have been. Okay. But man, if we can shore up on those 3 things, the defense needs to get better, especially with to stop the rush. Shoring up the O-line and then just a faster tempo for our offense. And I think we'll have a better chance. I'm not saying we're going to win this week. I know we had a few injuries. Nawatu went back on IR, so he's out for the next 4 weeks. I think he played it was either 3 quarters or I don't know. He's back out hurt, so that really sucks. Mm-hmm. We'll see, man. But if we can shore up those 3 things, it gives us a better chance to win this coming Thursday.
Okay. What? So I guess let me ask you this question. Still sticking on this with the Seahawks. What's your what do you think is the scariest part about the Niners coming into this game? In the sense
your defense, hands down, has always been the scariest thing about the Niners. You guys have a great offense. Don't get me wrong. You're missing McCaffrey.
I'm glad you said that because I am going to transition into my first point. You're saying our defense is the scariest part of the Niners. Go ahead, continue.
From what I've seen, I haven't watched a whole lot of Niner games this year. I know that you guys have given up some points late in the game, but historically, over the last 5-6 seasons, your guys' defense has been scary. Like I said, with your offense missing some parts, McCaffrey, do you even think he's maybe pick on this point a little bit later? Do you think he touches the field this season? So that's something maybe we can touch on a little bit later. But
I guess the update with McCaffrey was that he actually practiced last week, or they opened up his window to practice, and that it didn't flare up again. I told Danny, I'm like, look, McCaffrey's not the fucking issue. Straight up, he's not the issue. Jordan Mason's been playing.
But he's a huge part of that offense.
Of course, of course. But so I'm gonna transition into my points of what the fuck is wrong with my team. You said that our defense is the scariest part of us, and usually, I would agree with you. And right now, truth be told, is they're playing fucking soft. They're playing soft. They're a team that is honestly like, I don't know if it's a scheme. We do have a new defensive coordinator. I don't know if it's a scheme, but we're missing tackles. We're slow. We're fucking slow. Like they brought in all these stupid ass vets to trying to like shore up the defense, but you bring in vets that are slow as shit and they're not doing much. They get caught out of position, and honestly, like we have a couple rookies that are when they do come in, can we get an old defense? Yeah. Danny's advocating for Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, if you're listening, man, if you're listening, man, we take you back in a heartbeat. But these veterans, man, they're making mistakes. They're slow. They're missing tackles. I'd rather see these rookies that have come in, man. I get it. Shanahan's one of those coaches that he doesn't want rookies to play because they make mistakes. You know what? I'm here to say, fuck it, man. Like, I'd rather live with the bumps and bruises of a rookie, messing up, but still having that higher ceiling than a fucking veteran that is literally washed. And it shows. We used to, and I'm talking specifically for both the whole team in general. We used to be the bully. Right now, the bully is getting fucked up, and he doesn't know what to do.
How many times did your defense get to the point where they got under DeKalen's skin and get him to draw, personal foul flags, Yeah. Because you guys were the bullies. You'd get underneath people's skin. You're saying that's not happening this season.
Right now, they are soft as cake. And,
Shit.
You dropped it. In Jeremy's fashion, he dropped his drink.
Onto the fucking laptop, man.
Well, there you go. That's what PT's fucking felt, all right, when you busted their two machines.
All I did was just knock into it, man. Just had it sitting in front of me. But
yeah, man. Yeah, no, our team right now is we're not the bullies. We're getting bullied, and I feel like there's like a sense of entitlement when it comes to these players right now. These players are acting like I said, like we're the big badass 49ers, and you should just lay down and let us beat you. And it's not happening, man. Like these teams, I don't know.
They're acting like that, but they're not playing like it.
Exactly. And we on offense, I'll give them this. On offense, they go up and down the fucking field at will. When they get into the red zone, they are shit in the red zone, and it needs to stop. You feel me? Like they need to get better in the red zone. That's what we need to improve on. We need to at least tackle better. If we can do a couple of those things better, then I think we should be all right. Now, I'm not gonna say that I feel very confident in our team right now, and especially going up to Seattle on a short week.
That's gonna be rough.
I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I think it should be for a good game. It should be for a good game in the sense that both teams are coming off a fucking honestly embarrassing loss, both of them. At
least the Cardinals have a quarterback. I mean, I know Call of Duty's about to come out, and Murray's going to start declining.
Look. Kyler Murray, we made that motherfucker look like, like he was the biggest, baddest dude. Yeah. Honestly, we made him look good for just a half and one play in the first quarter, and that was it. Everything else, he was dog shit, to be completely honest with you. But I mean, it should make for a good game. I think both teams are looking for redemption.
Yeah. Richie, I thought it was over when we stopped them on the 1 yard line in the first quarter. They fumbled the ball into the end zone. We picked it up and ran it back 101 yards. I'm like, all right. And I was like, cool. We're looking all right. And I didn't see much after that. I was like, that was pretty much the highlight of the game for our team, man. It was rough.
Yeah, it was a rough week, man.
It was rough for me this week. It was a rough weekend all the way around, man.
Shout out to Steve for giving me that one player advantage again this year. It didn't work out for you, buddy. I kicked the shit out of you. Good job. Thank you. I'll take the win.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it was rough for both of our teams, and you know what? You know what we always say around.
You got to learn from it. You know, as the players go, you got to learn from it and get better.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're okay with mediocrity, and you can't be if you want to be a winning team in the NFL. If you want to win this season, if you want to make it to the playoffs, you have to have that mindset. And right now, I don't think that we have that mindset.
And I'm going to give you a. Some people may call it a knee jerk reaction, or I'm being overly dramatic, but I think Shanahan should be on the hot seat. I think he should fucking 100% be on the hot seat, and they need to stop treating him like he's fucking royalty. They need to put him on the hot seat so that he can get that hunger back. Because right now, he doesn't have that hunger. He hasn't improved our offense as a unit. They haven't done anything different, and defenses are catching up. And they're starting to figure out what the hell we're doing. And it shows on the field. It might not show between the 20s, but I'll tell you what, in that fucking red zone, it shows. I don't know if he depended too much from McCaffrey or whatever, but bro, we got George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Jordan Mason coming up. Yeah, Ayuk. Like Juwan Jennings is fucking coming up like a fucking G. And you mean to tell me that we are one of okay, let me restate that. We are the worst red zone team in the NFL.
That shocks me.
Here, hold on. I heard a stat today that shocked. Well, it didn't shock me. The simple fact that this stat is bad. Yes, we are number one in the NFL at getting to the red zone. We are the worst when it comes to converting him into touchdowns. Tell me how that works. It mind fucks me of how this team is so stacked, and they just can't fucking score, dude.
I was gonna put it into baseball terms, and even that doesn't coalesce, because I was gonna be like the Mariners, right? They had the best pitching staff in all of baseball, but they were 31st out of 32 teams as far as hitting. You know, and it was just like, you guys, you can't be great at one and shit at the other and expect to make the playoffs.
Right.
So, like getting into the red zone, if you're number one at getting into it, you got to score.
Yeah.
Even if it's 3 points, you got to score.
You know what? But you know what? And then all this stems from, I'm going to go back again to Shanahan. That dude turtles up, man, and
I got one word for you, man.
First off, we lost our kicker. I don't know if you know that.
I saw that. You guys had to sign someone else in a high ankle sprain.
First off, that dumbass shouldn't have tried to tackle the way he did. Maybe he needs to go to get some tackling drills going before he starts fucking kicking again, because he tackled like fucking Bean. But yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just playing. Bean could tackle better.
I know.
But
Bean could have done better, damn it.
Yeah, I think Bean could have tackled that dude better and fucking not get hurt in the process.
He's 98 pounds soaking wet.
Well, okay, so we lost our kicker. I think it was like in the first quarter, man. How the fuck do you this is Shanahan in a nutshell. He gets us into the red zone. We're at the 7-yard line. And he's playing conservative as fuck to not be pushed out of field goal range, because if you go further than that, our punter had to kick it, and he did kick it. He made it, but it was because the punter, his distance is about 30 fucking yards.
Is he trying to drop kick, or what? Did he actually kick it off the?
No, he kicked it off the floor. But you don't have a kicker. Instead of being conservative and trying to gain a few yards here and there,
go for the 7 or 6 points. Go for the 6.
Exactly. Dude, we only scored 1 touchdown in that game. We lost 24-23. Mind you, we went into halftime with 20 points. Those 7 points came after from our kicker. Those 3 points, sorry. We only scored one touchdown. We blocked that.
Is that counting the defensive touchdown?
No.
Yeah, one offense. Okay,
one offensive touchdown. The whole game. What the?
Let there be light.
And this is mind you, this is the play that just really pissed me off. The only reason they got that fucking field goal is because Sir John Nicholas Bosa intercepted Kyler Murray and ran it back for like 40 fucking yards.
Nice.
It was a great play. I'm not gonna lie, but my man needs to work on his fucking top end speed. I think a lineman caught up to him.
we sit here and talk a lot of shit about each other's teams, and we'll do that all day long. We want to see each other teams lose. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
But god damn, I enjoy some good football, man. So if you tell me the Bosa caught that and he ran at 40 yards, man, hey, props to him.
And man, and that's what pisses me out because you know what? I think at that point, it was like there was like 6 minutes left in the game. 6 minutes left in the game, and they were down by 7. It was I think it was like 17-23. Or no, 17-20. There you go. 17-20. And if they punch that shit into the end zone, it becomes 27-17. That's a
different game.
Yeah.
A whole different game at that point.
But Shanahan turtles up, and I called him the biggest clam in San Francisco. yeah, that's what I called him.
Big old clam, huh?
Big old fucking clam of San Francisco.
Was the clam open or shut?
No, that fucking thing was shut as fuck. No, he clammed up.
Oh, he clammed up. Sorry.
And played so conservative. Oh, no. That was after the game.
Gotcha.
That's when Kyler Murray punched it in, and he was that shit opened up, and it was
all 4'7" of Kyler Murray.
He clammed up, and just that was it. He clammed up, and from the 7-yard line, he threw it twice instead of, and they ended up fucking scoring, and we couldn't fucking come back from it. But
you know, Richie, everything that you're saying, one word comes to mind, and it's the same word that I used for Pete Carroll the last 2 seasons. That he was
choke artist. Huh? Oh, choke artist. Because that's what that motherfucker is. Yes.
Complacency, man. He's complacent in what he's doing. Hey, this has worked for us. Let's keep doing it. Not adapting and growing with the league. You have to. And that's why we went from the oldest head coach in the league to the youngest. Now, of course, we're 3-2. We're not doing. I mean, it's not an astounding year. I mean, and we're lucky to be 3-2. But he's changed things that Carroll never would have changed. We won games that we never would have won with Pete Carroll, Shane Waldron as our OC. Oh man,
I need Jed York to get him in a fucking room and literally tell him, like, I might not make this public, but you're on the hot seat.
Yeah.
If you don't produce this year, because right now Shanahan has that he has that and he has what Belichick had in New England, but he doesn't have the fucking Super Bowls to, he doesn't have the
pedigree behind it.
No. He makes all the decisions. I know John, our fucking GM, he's the GM, but at the end of the day, Shanahan makes the decisions. John Lynch,
yeah.
He makes all the decisions, everything, and you can't tell that man anything because he's a fucking he has an ego, and somebody needs to knock him the fuck down. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised that if they were to put him on a hot seat, he would. I have a feeling that he might actually quit because he has that big of a fucking ego. And
yeah,
he needs to fix his fucking team and a lot of people.
I'll tell you what, man, the biggest thing for me was when Pete Carroll and John Schneider became part of the Seahawks 14 seasons ago, 15 seasons, whatever it was. Carroll was basically given, like, he could make whatever moves he wanted, right? So when Carroll was I'm not sure, let go or reassigned, no longer the coach. Everything now falls on John Schneider. And this is the first time in 14 seasons to where he can say, hey, this is now my team. I'm making all the calls. Mike McDonald doesn't have that power.
Well,
they have a great relationship, but final say comes down to John Schneider.
If I'm not mistaken, John Schneider had a big hand in Mike McDonald being hired, correct?
Huge.
Like, he handpicked them, like, and that's how you know that your GM has the power. You know who handpicked John Lynch?
Who?
Shanahan. He basically fucking hired him because he's like, I need you to just be GM. I need you to wear your GM hat.
That doesn't work.
Yeah. I need you to wear the GM hat, but guess what? You're not going to have any fucking say in the decisions.
But Richie, at the same time, you also could be the Cowboys, whereas Jerry Jones has got to say on everything, and obviously he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, I mean, honestly, hey, you know what though? Honestly though, hey, Jerry Jones, you keep doing your thing, bro.
Yeah, no, hey, for sure, man. Stay out of the playoffs for the next 30 years, or winning an NFC championship game. What?
Donald Trump. That stupid meme where he's giving you a thumbs up. No, but
I don't know. That's not going to get me on the team, man. That's not nearly large enough.
No, that's too large for him. What are you talking about?
I heard he was talking like 9 inches, bro. Like, what the fuck? But where I'm going with all this is, if you got a head coach and GM that are clashing, or a GM and owner that are clashing, it's not going to work out, man. It's just not. Like I said with Pete Carroll, I was sad to see him go. I appreciate everything that he did for Seattle. Hands down, I enjoyed his time here. But it was time to make a move. And I didn't, I didn't see that at the end of last season. I'm like, I knew that some of our shit was getting stale. We needed a new OC, a new DC, that for sure. But if you have a head coach that's not willing to move forward and progress, you're not going to win, or you're not going to win the games you should be winning. And there was a lot of teams that interviewed Mike McDonald last season toward the end of the year, and we had to wait until after the Ravens were out of the playoffs, just with how everything worked out. And they did a phone interview with him, and then they talked with another team that had interviewed him. Like, if you think the phone interview was good, wait till you get the in-person interview. And he had a 2.5-hour in-person interview in Baltimore, man. That was it. It was done. Yeah. John Snyder's like, I got my guy. I would like to, and I'll give him 3 years. Get that defense turned around. He's a defensive-minded coach. I think he's going to be a great head coach. I really do.
I think he's going to be solid.
You got to beat those teams you're supposed to beat. We've had this conversation this entire season. You don't beat those teams you're supposed to beat, you're not making the playoffs.
But you know what? I'll give I get it. They lost to the Giants. You got to give them the first year benefit of the doubt. That's it. Where
my issue comes in, Richie, is I follow a lot of different Facebook groups as far as the Seahawks go, and people saying, "Oh, fire him and bring back Pete." These are the same people that are saying, "Fire Pete and get someone new in here." Like, they don't know what the fuck. I'm not raw. My team's the best. I'm very pragmatic when it comes to my teams.
I am when they are. When they're not, I'm this right here. I'm a realist. And
Richie, me and you can sit there and talk shit about each other's teams for hours. At the end of the day, we both know what the teams have. We know football. It's fun to talk shit. Yeah. But the Seahawks would not be successful going forward with Pete Carroll as the coach. Not going to happen. And I think Mike McDonald he's it, man. I mean, I think he's going to do just fine with his team. You got to give him some time. That defense, though, has got to get better.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make this clear for anybody who watches this, and then, they come at me in the fucking comments. You can come at me all you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm not advocating for Shanahan to get fired. I need him to be fucking put in his place, though. He needs to come back down to earth and be told, your shit is not working right now. Be the genius that you are and fix it. That's what I need. And that is it. With that said, Jeremy, we're going to end this shit. I am going to give you the floor here. I want to know your prediction and how it's going to go down this weekend or this Thursday.
So I'm going to go back to preseason before when we started talking about records and all that. I had us losing to the Niners on at home and in Santa Clara. And I still have us losing. I got us losing. I'm going to say 27-23 at home to the Niners. I think unless we make some big adjustments and we play much better than we have been, we're not going to win this game. Okay. And I'm a Hawks fan for life, man, but that is just me being real.
Now give me your homer take. Come on. I need a fucking homer take. I can't take this realist shit.
We're winning 90-2. The only points you guys are getting is on a fucking safety, all right?
I'm going to give you my real take, and I truly believe this. I truly believe that both teams are going to come out hungry. They have to. They have to come out swinging. I think they're going to come out swinging, and I think just I'm gonna give it to the Niners by like some stupid fucking score by like 23-20, some dumb like that, some
22-25.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's gonna be something stupid like that. And I think the Niners are just gonna edge it out, just because right now so far we have dominated you guys, but this could be the turning point. And you know, I'm hoping that we can. Yeah, I know exactly. I know that's what I'm saying. Both of us aren't. We're just gonna see who's the shittier team.
Richie, we are sitting in first place, and it's just like I don't feel like we should be there.
Yeah,
you know, we're 3-2, which is okay. It's a winning record, and I won't take that away from them. They had 3 great wins, but the last couple of games, once again, the Lions game, I thought they played better. The Giants game was a complete bullshit game.
I'll tell you what. This is me being real as fuck. If we get the Seahawks that played the Lions, we're fucking getting blown out. We're getting our fucking doors blown out. I'll tell you that right now. Mark that shit. If you give me what you guys did with the Giants, then it's gonna be a close game.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you hopping on, man. I know this is an impromptu episode. We didn't have one on the weekend, but
also, if anybody that's watching, if you guys like the Tuesday show, me and Richie at least are open to do that as far as our schedule goes. I know that Ray and Steve, they work. Yeah, you know, it's a little harder for them to get in on Tuesdays, but if you guys like this, man, we would be okay with doing a quick little half-hour show every Tuesday. Sure.
Yeah, leave that shit in the comments, and yeah, you know, as we always say around here in this house, at least, fuck the Seahawks and the Cowboys, and we'll see you Thursday, buddy.
Fuck the Niners.
There you go. Later, dude.
Later.